Government don't give a shit about British citizens.
To the UK government, fuck you. Fuck you and your stink-ass system.
Just when I thought this country couldn't get any more of a rip-off.
I've got to be honest with you people, like, I am fucking terrified. I feel so stressed trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to keep my children safe for what's coming.
The UK is on the brink of civil war within 5 years.
Is it just me, or does anybody else feel like this country is a shithole right now?
Don't take the country's kindness as weakness.
Britain feels absolutely shattered right now, and people are finally saying it. The cost of living is out of control, taxes are brutal, and young people have been priced out of owning anything. Meanwhile, homes are handed out like freebies to everyone but the people who've paid in their whole lives. Tensions are high, and no one's staying quiet anymore. Drop a like, hit subscribe, and let's dive into what people across the UK are really saying.
Is it just me, or does anybody else feel like this country is a shithole right now? Seriously, look at it. Nothing works. Boarded up, broken shops everywhere. Schools that are falling down. Teachers buying their own supplies. Hospitals falling down. NHS waiting list, so you're basically going to be dead before you're cured. No social housing. Council house waiting lists 14 years. Shit in the rivers and in the seas. It's a horrible place. And the Tories are like, yeah, we want to cut your taxes. No, I want to spend more on tax, but in return for that, have better services, fewer potholes, better hospitals, better healthcare, better mental health care, more social housing, better education for the kids, more high quality schools. The thing is, this has all been a political choice. You notice that the Tories, they don't give a shit. They really don't care. I'm not pretending that any other party will be any good, or much better anyway. They're all out for themselves pretty much. And it's just a shame. We used to be such a good country. You look back to 2012, year of the London Olympics. The country was together. It was a great year. It was a great time. The Tories, although they were in power, hadn't wrecked the country yet. And everything just had a good air and a good vibe and a good feeling and positivity about it. Now it's so negative. It's so negative.
So are we just collectively ignoring the fact that nothing works right now? Like Wi-Fi doesn't work, your phone signal doesn't work, you go through periods of the day where you just cannot use any sort of internet. Every shop I go into, it seems like the self-service doesn't work, or they're unable to use their tills, or there's just constantly, there seems to be some sort of network technology error. Last night I tried to get on the train. Every train was cancelled. What's that about? Signal failure. What's that about? I know that it happens. Why is it happening so much? Everybody I speak to, like my friends and family, they're having the same problem. We're all on different networks. We all use different broadband internet providers, Wi-Fi's, and yet everybody is having the same problem. And it's not even just that. Like that I could deal with. But does anybody else just feel like times are weird? Like there's just a weird feeling. Life right now can only be compared to that feeling when, you know, you walk into a room and you forget what you went in there for. No, I had something to look forward to, but I can't remember what it is. Even deliveries, Royal Mail, normally they're pretty good. Royal Mail aren't delivering. What's going on with that? Parcels are getting stuck on out for delivery. Even that's weird. I want my eyebrow pencil. I need it.
We need to wake the fuck up, because Sweden, once a peaceful, progressive nation, is now a country teetering on the edge of collapse. And if you think the UK isn't heading in the exact same direction, you are deluding yourself. We are just a few years, maybe even months, away from facing the same nightmare. What's remarkable is that the very left-wing activists who champion these policies are now up in arms, just like every other native Swede, because their country is on the brink of disappearing. And it was the decades under the Social Democrats that caused this in the first place. The exact ideology we are seeing here. Native Swedes are now a minority in their own homeland, and they only have themselves to blame. The same people who shouted, clapped and welcomed asylum seekers with open arms are now the ones living in fear. Sound familiar? The UK is heading down the same road, and unless we wake up, we'll be facing the exact same consequences. Because Daily Mail's investigative reporter Sue Reed has just visited Sweden, and her words were chilling. It's a society that is completely and utterly broken. Crime is rampant, citizens have lost hope, and the government has all but admitted they've lost control. No one is safe, no matter what wing of politics they used to support. So how did Sweden actually get here? Simple. Uncontrolled mass migration. In 2015 alone, they took in 163,000 people with little to no plan on how to integrate them, and now the consequences are undeniable. A 14-year-old girl was allegedly assaulted by a migrant. A controversial Iraqi refugee was gunned down in his own home. The Prime Minister himself said, and I quote, "It is obvious that we have no control over the wave of violence." Oh, and I'll just add this in. No, for you dopey lefties, it is not the Swedes who are causing all this. And let's talk about some numbers. In January alone, there were 31 bombings. Yes, bombings. Not petty crime, not burglaries, actual bombings. In some areas, estate agents now advertise homes with the selling point, no bombings in this area. Let that sink in for a second. One explosion last year killed a 20-year-old newly qualified teacher. This isn't a dystopian movie. This is real life in Sweden today. Crime is so bad that people are becoming numb to it. Swedish academic Goran Adamson put it best. The situation is much worse than people seem to realise. Explosions, shootings, stabbings, they are happening so often that some don't even make the news anymore. And we're already seeing that here. This is the new normal, and not surprising, as certain Middle East and African nations are listed as the most dangerous on the planet. Not for the citizens living there, but because of the citizens living there. And it is now here in Europe and the UK that we let in with open arms. The prison system is overwhelmed, and Sweden is now looking at renting out space in foreign prisons because they simply can't cope.
Top government advisor David Betts has warned that the UK is on the brink of civil war within 5 years. Professor David Betts has stated that the UK is explosively configured for mass unrest. Now remember, this isn't just some crazy conspiracy theorist. This is a top professor and a government advisor. Betts also warns that if things do not change in the UK, that this will happen within the next 5 years, and genuinely, I think it's getting close. So let's have a look at what might be causing this chaos in the UK, because that isn't how the UK was 5, 6, 10, 20 years ago. But at the moment, and especially the last sort of 3-4 years, tension has definitely been rising. So could it be that our government don't want to defend the borders, just want them open? And as Keir Starmer said, it was an open border experiment that still hasn't changed. Is it the fact that our pride and joy in the NHS is falling apart? You can't get a doctor's appointment. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I'm supposed to be seeing a nurse every 3 to 6 months. I haven't seen one in like 2 years. Is it the fact that young people can't afford to get on the property ladder anymore, and social housing is being used up by illegal immigrants? Now, could that be the reason we're so close to a civil unrest? Or could it be the fact that government lie to us, they manipulate stories and they gaslight us? Could it be the fact that we're seeing stricter freedom of speech laws and pressures on social medias to basically police for the government? Could it be the fact that taxes have got so high that even when you work your ass off, you still feel poor, and only the rich can do the things that we all want to do right now? Could it be the fact that I go to work 8 till 4, and up until about 9 o'clock, the weather looks like this, and then it's sunny all day? Genuinely, today, sunny all day. And I get home, finish work, and yes, have a thick layer of fog. There's so many reasons why this country is falling apart. And there are so many reasons why civil unrest could be a lot closer than we think. And I think David Betts isn't far from the truth.
I've got to be honest with you people, like, I am fucking terrified. I feel so stressed trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to keep my children safe for what's coming. They're going to be putting these strangers from another country next door to us. Honestly, all we can do at this point is prepare. So honestly, get yourself some things to protect yourself with, stock up on supplies, and honestly, I'm talking to the people that know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm honestly not going to waste time trying to get people to see. I learnt that quick through 2020. This government clearly has their own agenda. I believe they're building an army with these people they're bringing over here. And I honestly believe that they're going to attempt to round us up like sheep. please, please just prepare yourself. And when this is over, our government, they need trialling for treason against the UK and its people. I've gotten to a point where honestly I don't think voting is going to do much. I mean, 3 years is a long time and this government's going to be able to do a lot in that time.
Do you know what? It's time to talk about it. I have lived in England all my life, right? I'm basically 20 years old. It's changed. It's changed a lot since I was a little kid. And this country is no longer safe. It's not safe for women. It's not safe for our children growing up here. And to be honest, it's heading in a really, really bad direction. And the mainstream won't tell you this. But all the Labour Party have done since they've come into power is make everybody in this country fucking miserable. We're England, all right? We're fish and chips. We love a beer, all right? We love our culture. It's changing. They're trying to get rid of it. And it gets to a point where it doesn't feel like England anymore. I've lived here all my life. And now it's just sad, man, watching the way it's going. Like me, for example, I've always wanted kids, right? But the thought of bringing them up in this country now terrifies me. And I don't think there's a single solution, like one that will solve everything, but Labour don't seem to be trying anything. Do you know what I mean? All they seem to be doing, and it's all coming out now, is they've been covering things up. Keir Starmer, when he gets interviewed, he doesn't know what he's saying, right? And it's scary to think these people rule our country. And I know a lot of the far right-wing people will fuck it for everyone and be racist and all this stuff. I'm not that at all. However, changes do need to be made in this country because it is not safe. And it is not racist or any of these things to say that you don't feel safe in this country. This country is turning into a shithole, an absolute shithole. I just had to get it off my chest. Rant over. It's sad, man.
To the UK government, fuck you. Fuck you and your stink ass system. I can't believe I'm on this app with my eyes looking like this and my nose looking like this. But I'm still unemployed. I have no job. I grinded through COVID to get a degree to have no job. I have so much experience, goals, ambition to have no job. It's been 2 years now. Come the fuck on. Like, what am I meant to do? Somebody please tell me what I'm meant to do. Because I know a lot of us are in the same boat right now. I feel to scream. My faith is the only reason why I'm not drunk right now. I'll be so real. I literally may as well have had youths and been on benefits because that seemed to have been an easier life than going out and getting a degree to still be unemployed 2 years later and broke and not being able to live because money funds experience, you pricks. How am I meant to live without money? You tell me.
Just when I thought this country couldn't get any more of a rip-off or any more fucked up, you got to listen to this, right? So, I lost my mum really recently, and she suffered from dementia, and she would ask for her mum and her dad a lot. Well, my grandma died in childbirth. And we knew she was buried, but we never found the grave. Anyway, I found it. Found the grave. So we want to scatter my mum's ashes at her mum's grave. That's what we want to do after my mum's been cremated, right? Seems simple enough, right? So my dad went to see the gravestone, and it was really good service. Someone met him there and then took him to where the grave was, and my dad explained what our thinking was to scatter some of my mum's ashes with their mum, right? And he said, "Oh, you can't do that. No, you can't do that." No, because the plot of land that the grave's on, back in the day, the family didn't pay for it. That was a normal thing, apparently. So if you want to change anything, including scattering someone's ashes, you would have to buy the plot of land, £1,330, and then you can scatter the ashes. Are you having a fucking laugh? I mean, I just can't believe this fucking country. It's all about money. You know, even in death, you got to pay for the death certificate. You got to pay for, you know, scattering ashes. Do you know what? I cannot wait to leave this fucking shithole. It is a fucking pile of steaming cow dung, this fucking country. Now I know why I fucking left when I was fucking 18 years old, right? For the majority of my adult life. It just disgusts me, you know? If you do something, you'll be fine. Well, it's getting done. Let me put it that way. It's getting done.
If you think I'm going to have a family in the UK, you can think again. Imagine having a daughter here right now. First, you've got the grooming gangs, mostly in northern England. That's not going to get resolved anytime soon, because offending people actually overcomes what's actually happening to these girls. And secondly, all over social media, you've got these OnlyFans models sleeping with 1,000 guys a day, and then that's the role models we're bringing up from the UK. I wonder what people think looking into the UK now. I'm out here, mate, like, I'm gone in 2 weeks, and I can never see myself actually having a family here, and it's a shame, because I am actually obviously proud to be English, proud of our history. The way things are now, I could definitely not even have a daughter here, like, not a chance.
Well, sorry to bring you some more depressing news from Britain in 2025, but a legal firm based in London, in England, has just launched an important legal application, that's what they call it, to the Home Secretary Yvette Cooper to end the ban on the organisation Hamas. So currently, Hamas is very much a prescribed terrorist organisation in this country. But Farhad Ansari of Riverway Law, an immigration and nationality law firm, has decided to launch this legal challenge to the Home Secretary. They say that Hamas is the largest resistance group from Palestine, resistance group. They say that the right to resist occupation, apartheid and genocide is firmly entrenched in international law, and therefore by banning it, Britain is effectively denying the Palestinians the right to defend themselves against extermination, which they say is in breach of its international obligations to take all steps to prevent genocide. So presumably those pushing this legal challenge believe that what happened on October the 7th was not a terrorist attack, not an anti-Semitic brutal killing of Jews in Israel, but was in fact simply an act of resistance by the Palestinian people. So that's brilliant, isn't it? You've got a law firm based here in London, Britain's capital city, launching a legal challenge to try and make Hamas not a prescribed terrorist organisation in this country. What do you make of it?
If you want proof that the government don't give a shit about British citizens, listen to this. A landlord with principles has just turned down a 7-year government contract to rent out his house to illegal immigrants. Terry Batts said he wouldn't give up his house to illegal immigrants for 3 times what the government offered him. He said when he asked who'd be occupying the house, they were very vague. When he pressed, they admitted they were looking for nice houses for illegal immigrants. They'd pay the going rate plus day-to-day maintenance, plus council tax, repairs and all the bills. Terry turned it down, saying he'd rather leave it empty than have illegal immigrants living in luxury in it. So why is it that the government can do this for illegal immigrants, but they can't do it for British citizens struggling? We have over 300,000 British citizens homeless. We have veterans living on the street, people who fought for this country. Yet the government show with their actions, they just don't give a shit about us. Thousands and thousands upon thousands of illegal immigrants are crossing the channel, and the government are bending over backwards to rent private houses, luxury houses, to house these illegal immigrants. When is this madness going to stop? This video will guarantee I get called a racist, a xenophobe, and whatever else. And to be honest, I don't give a shit. This is wrong what the government are doing. And to be fair, I don't blame these illegal immigrants. If they can get away with it, why not? It's our government that's at fault. It's our government that's facilitating this madness.
Can you talk and come where are you from? Afghanistan. Are you from Afghanistan?
Who are you? You making video?
Yeah, I'm making a video.
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you?
Nah, who are you?
I'm asking you, where are you from? Just tell me where. Because that's YouTube, isn't it? It's for YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. So you'd be a star, won't you?
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. We are from Tanzania.
Where?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. So we're all from Afghanistan. Okay, so what do you think, just before you go, what do you think of this place then?
It's good, it's very nice.
Is it nice, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for anything? Is there any money that you pay for? Because you know it's quite expensive to live in there. It's a 4-star hotel, so it's only one up from 5-star.
We not give some money. He tell me give it, and I think in 1 month, in 2 months.
You gave them money?
Yeah, he gave.
Is everyone does that?
Yeah.
No, is that not? What happens then? You tell me.
We don't pay for it.
So everything in there, gas, electric, everything is free?
Yeah, everything is from side of the one.
So for how long is that going to be?
Well, I don't know. Depends on the one we can go home office.
Home office.
Yeah.
So where do you expect to go from here then? Do you have any expectations from where you're going to go from here? Because you're not going to stay here forever, are you?
No. Why who are you make a video?
Leave my phone. Leave my phone.
No.
Thanks for that information, man. Yeah.
It's fake information.
Yeah. Well, without you.
This is why I do not want to live in the United Kingdom anymore. I've lived here all my life. I'm 30 years old, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I do not want to live here. Somebody can make an offensive Facebook status or a tweet. Granted, yes, they should be brought to justice. They should be punished for what they do. I agree. They are sentenced to 20 months in the UK. A man can also commit one of the worst crimes to do with children. He will be sentenced to a 6-month suspended sentence where he won't even see the inside of a jail cell. This man is higher up in society. He has money. Some might say he's part of the elite. I can't say too much in this video because I could get into a lot of trouble. But to me, that sounds backwards. Does it sound backwards to you? Maybe I'm wrong. Please let me know. But that is why I do not want to live in the UK anymore.
Proving their racism once again this morning by planning to introduce a new bill that will mean immigrants who arrive here illegally won't just face being sent back home, but could also now face being jailed in prison for up to 5 years for doing so. If you aid the arrival of an illegal immigrant, you yourself could also face up to 10 years in prison. Essentially, if you're fishing on your boat and see a drowning migrant child, you're just supposed to leave them there. A bill that we all know will not stop immigrants arriving, but will just mean that they're further dehumanized when they get here, a country that's supposed to grant them human rights.
That's why I'm so sick of these bitches. How many times you around, you won't think something like that. You won't think something like that. I don't understand how you won't.
The reason that the UK is taking so many immigrants is not because they're trying to be good people or anything like that. And I can't believe that the bigoted people in the UK still don't understand why the UK is bringing in so many immigrants. Literally has to do with the UK trying to eliminate middle class. They literally just want to have rich people and poor people. They don't want to have a middle. And immigrants is exactly how they're going to do it, because they're going to bring in these people from third world countries that will accept very low salaries and work very long hours and will do the jobs that British people in the UK would never do. And because they're accepting these minuscule wages, they'll be making the rich people so much money. Have you ever seen a rich British person ever complain about immigrants? They would never complain about it because they know at the end of the day it's going to benefit them.
Make Great Britain great again. You have to follow the British rule, not any other rule. Get that right in your head. Honesty, loyalty to your country. And those who want to live in this country, they need to live under the laws of this country. So, my dear friends, diversity is good, but when you abuse the power and the privileges that is given to you in this country, it is not good. Home Office, check your own department for fraud, for money laundering, and for bribery. Check your own department. And I'm saying this country embraces everyone to come and work and have a good time in this country. But don't think the kindness of this country to be a weakness. Don't take it, the kindness of this country, as a weakness. This country can smack your backside and send you back from where you came. Yeah? This country has the power. Don't take the country's kindness as weakness.
And there you have it, just another cheerful day in broken Britain. If this is the best a modern country can offer, we're all in trouble. Rest in peace, what was once Great Britain. Drop a comment if you've managed to survive another week, hit like and subscribe. There's plenty more videos coming.